like anything was possible. I hit cruise control to rub my eyes. Last 3 days, the rain was unstoppable. Yeah, it was always cold, no sunshine. Yeah, running down the drain, never would talk to me, working on a mystery.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Village Beat.
We'll see you next time, right here at Village Music.
I rolled on, the sky grew dark. I put the pedal down to make some time. Something good.
If you have a comment about this program, we'd love to hear it. Email or call us, or send us your feedback through social media.
Heart and Home is your destination for Christmas cheer this season. Unwrap over 100 festive movies with over 20 new and premiere films, including the highly anticipated When Hope Calls Christmas Special, featuring the exciting return of Lori Loughlin and Daniel Lissing. Make Heart and Home Christmas your home for the very best in holiday entertainment. Heart and Home Christmas, now in free preview.
Sometimes, for a wish to come true, it takes a kingdom, because together we're stronger. Tied tight, united we stand, in honor of one child's wish, to fuel the fire that will grant many more. Join the kingdom.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
On a rock, head in hand, I sit. Long white hair falls now to my lap, and my old tired wings rest now at my side. Peaceful, still. Dawn. I watch the day come into being, the gentle approach of the sun, the world above, the world below, graced with light. And I, witness of thousands of dawns, can't help but remember, this morning near my passing, a time long ago when for a moment these wings, which define my very angelhood, became invisible. There was a spring festival in the countryside where I had been sent. Adults and children alike danced and celebrated the end of winter's shelter, the bountiful green beginnings, the harvests to come. My task was very unique, you see, for I was sent to gather light. Our world then, our world now, both bleak and bright, always on the brink of night. So as the townsfolk danced and sang, I opened my magic leather sack and let their light flow in. I went from town to town in this way, and in each town I passed through, people greeted me with a generosity of spirit and gentle kindness. Yet seeking light, I had little time to respond in kind. When I arrived at the last village, just when I had almost enough light, I was stopped. "I've heard about you," a young man said, close to the age I was then. "You're the angel gathering light to save us all from the world's night." "That's right," I said, a little too proudly perhaps for an angel. "But if you are truly an angel, then where are your wings?" I was puzzled for a moment, sure that my wings were where they had always been, strapped onto my back with heartstrings. But I tried to flap. Nothing. I looked behind me. Nothing. Then panicking, I looked into my magic leather bag. Nothing. Where was the light?
I'm Grace. That's what my father calls me anyway, although most days I'm not sure why. My friends call me Gray because I'm somewhere in the middle, between black and white, boy and girl, angel and human. I do have wings, though, and I'm 17 and hip, so they're tattooed. I've even got a piercing in my nose. So, this is how it goes. We've been hanging around up here for a while now, waiting for heaven to fall, waiting for a call. Every day we look out across the sky, across the city, the urban playground for earthbound teenage angels. And every day we look, we see the city spread. We watch with dread the trees disappear, the rivers run dry. We anticipate the end of thousands of harvests. We watch with fascination angels in human form look without seeing, hear without listening, touch without feeling. I watch compassion disappear as if it were simply going out of fashion. Compassion. Out of fashion, as I suppose my own wings might be, tattooed when I'm old and wise. So in a flurry, I transcend the borderland of the sky between you and me. I swoop down into the heart of New York City, of Montreal, of Moscow. I creep quietly through the graffiti-covered alleyways looking for a message, looking for a direction. I look into the eyes of the people passing by for a message, for direction, and on one corner sits a woman with a boy child. She looks at me with innocent eyes. I touch her face gently. She smiles, then cries. Around the bend near the end of yet another shop-lined street lies a man. I help him to his feet. And then I come to you. You look at me as if I were anything but heaven sent. You cannot see past my tattoos, my piercings, past all of me that is different from all of you. Yet I am also the same, you see. And so you let me take your hand. Let me show you compassion, I say. I lead you to what used to be a garden. It was your father's when you were a child, but you had forgotten. You see, in the meantime, it became a parking lot. But look, I pointed, and there, pushing up through the pavement, a solitary red flower, unself-consciously perfect. I remember, you assure me, and so I leave you, graced, an adult child in the garden of your father.
8 years old to be exact. I have a crooked nose and tiny wings. I like them because they make me a little bit different from everyone else, and that makes me special. I know I'm a special angel for other reasons too, because I'm one of the only angels my age who has a human friend. She's like me, 8. Where she lives, it's almost springtime, and the flowers in her mother's garden are poking their heads up through the snow. But she's sad. At first, I thought it was because she couldn't see her own wings, but I learned the other day it's because her best friend moved away and she doesn't know how to love anymore. She's what adults call lonely. But I'm a young angel with a big heart and tiny wings, and I know how to love. So I went to visit her before bedtime the other night. As she sat in her window looking out at winter's end, she smiled as I danced and sang my song, and she giggled, hiding her face in her hands, when I threw myself into the snow and flapped my wings. And when I got up, there was a picture of me left behind in the snow. And I felt happy because the little girl had laughed, and I felt happy because she could see love, like a picture in the snow.
Sweet child, I say, here at dawn from the rock of my old age. Sweet children, what do we do when the snow melts? When love remains, although love's imprint is gone? Once upon a time, I told you I could not see my wings, not because they weren't there, but because in seeking light, I had forgotten how to give it. The energy of generosity, of compassion, of love is circular. Inside, we know no differently. Look and see.
Hear and listen.
Touch and feel. Each one of us inside, a child in the garden.
A flower pushing through the pavement.
An angel in the snow. Go.
you have a comment about this program, we'd love to hear it. Email or call us, or send us your feedback through social media.
We've just been through a difficult time. For many, it's been a struggle, but it has also brought us together, and we can't stop now. It's time to step up and say, this is my community. This, right here, is what matters. It's time to help your neighbors who need it most, like veterans, seniors, and youth. It's time to rebuild. When you join the Legion, you directly support essential programs and initiatives right in your community.
Gather your family and friends and join the Zoomer Players for a half hour of the greatest songs ever written.
Unforgettable.
Why, it's almost like being in love.
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley.
What's your favorite song? Well, you'll probably hear it performed on your all-time classic hit parade.
When it comes to drugs, how much freedom is too much for kids?
Drugs are out there. Will my teen feel free to say no around other kids?
I didn't live drug-free when I was younger. Can I admit that to my kids?
Drugs worry me, but how can I feel free to talk about it with my kids?
Questions about drugs and kids? Drug-Free Kids Canada.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.